Hi everyone, this is Gary from Biohackers Lab, and this is my day 22 update, which is the 23rd of January 2018. So I've just done my bloods now, and glucose is 4.9 millimolars, so that's still fine, no problems. And I've got baby ketones, I've got zero point 0.1 ketone levels. I've sort of tracked back from where I was originally with my ketone levels. Where I was staying between, I'd say between zero point 0.2 and zero point 0.4 normally. So I wasn't actually always in ketosis because I have to be at 0.5. So I always got some sort of level of ketones. So that was interesting. Um, Today I got to eat quite a bit of pork, so sausages, which I know are not ideal, but hey, that's what we had today, and bacon, and then salmon for dinner. And tomorrow I've got my nice 1 kilogram of rump to eat, so that's out and will be ready for me tomorrow, and I'm actually looking forward to that. I've also been having a little bit of snacks on biltong. I don't know if anyone knows biltong. I mentioned before how I had druivors. So that's the South African word for like a little bit like beef jerky, but biltong is probably more like beef jerky for any American listeners. And that's another like dried, cured South African meat that you can snack on. And yeah, my parents dropped off some biltong for me, and that's good. I like it. Um, but eating the seafood today again reminded me the one thing I don't see in the carnivore community is anyone who's showing how they eat a lot of seafood. So it's always red meat, white meat, so turkey, chicken, different kinds of red meat. But I'd love to know or see someone who's eats predominantly fish or seafood. Um, I mean, it's going to cost a lot more, particularly for seafood. But yeah, I would love to know, like, how do they find that? And I'm sure you should probably get some other different nutritional factors or different. There's got to be some sort of difference between eating purely red meat or eating predominantly seafood or fish. So I don't know if you have any thoughts on that. If you do, leave a comment below on the Facebook page or on the YouTube channel. Just a thought out there about the difference between the different cuts of meat. And I can see people are posting some photos of their before and afters already. There was one really good one in the World Carnivore Facebook group of a guy who does wrestling, a bit like WWE wrestling. You could see quite a dramatic difference in his body shape between I think it was mid December when he said he started to now. So that was an interesting one. Other than that, just thinking I'm getting closer and closer now. So a week or just over a week to go for the month to go. And I know I've actually sort of like changed my mind where I said before I might not stay like this, but I do think I'll probably add in some vegetables, of course, again, because I didn't know about staying. I just wanted to experiment on this, but it's really easy, and you get into the swing of it. Um, and I think there's actually going to be an experiment coming out of when I add food back in on what my bloods will do, and my weight, circumference, how I feel, hunger levels. Yeah, so it's an experiment going into this diet, but it's going to be an experiment coming out of this diet too, which I'm looking forward to. So that's yeah, that's something to come up. I also just want to let you know again, got Amber coming up, the carnivore diet to talk about for ladies. That's coming up where I'll be interviewing on Friday, and I just got to find out I'm going to be talking to a circadian biologist next week on Monday about when our body clock basically, and when certain hormones are released, like insulin, which is important. So, and how our food timing can affect that. And that's something else to consider. Don't know if anyone thinks about their what circadian biology called time restricted feeding windows, and how our body clock influences our hormone production too. So just wanted to give you a sneak preview on that. If you've got any interest in that, just leave me a comment below. Otherwise, my next episode is actually coming out on Friday too with Ben Greenfield. So this is Gary from Biohackers Lab, and that's my update for today.